Hi Sanford Subbies, welcome back to our, channel. We are coming today with a New Year's. I know we did the 2016 year review and we did the 2017 goals. So this is kind of like a jump on the 2017 goals. It's just 20 questions for New Year's Eve. There's 2 days away, well, 1 day away from New Year's Eve, 2 days away from the new year. And I can't believe it went by super fast, and it's almost 2017. So we have 20 questions that we're going to answer in regards to the new year.
I'll go ahead and ask the first one.
Okay.
So what was the single best thing that happened this year?
Single, which means one. I would say my daughter being born.
Kinsley.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. What was the single most challenging thing that happened this year?
What was challenging for you?
I feel like it was the move.
Moving here? Well,
yeah.
Because you did it by yourself.
Well, no, I don't even. No, I'm not moving to here. I mean, the
move.
Yeah. From North Carolina.
Yeah, that definitely. I think that was for sure the most challenging thing. Like I said in the other video, the 2016 year in review, it wasn't that bad, but like in hindsight, but it was just difficult. It was challenging to go from something that we knew for so many years into, him being in a semi-civilian, but that was definitely challenging.
The entire transition, getting the kids into school, all that stuff.
Yeah, winter, I was pregnant.
Yeah. What was an unexpected joy this past year?
I would say finding out that Kinsley was a girl.
Yeah.
Because we went the entire pregnancy without knowing that she was a girl. We didn't know. We were team green, which we didn't know if the baby was a boy or girl. And then we found out the day I pushed her out. I had a feeling that she was a girl because of the way that I didn't gain any weight with her. I, in fact, lost like 16 pounds being pregnant with her. So I knew that she was kind of a girl, but it was kind of cool to confirm that. Oh, and I think we kind of skimmed a few of these questions just so we wouldn't be on here saying the whole time, which I'm still probably going to do. But we said the Tide.
Oh,
they had one Tide for Halloween. That was really, really awesome, and still being extremely blessed by them. So that's awesome.
What was an unexpected obstacle?
What was it? The I don't know. I mean, we post that again. Sorry. What does it say? Oh, okay, 22%. Okay, so one of the obstacles for us, I think, was like I said in the other video, we're trying to buy a house, and it was devastating when we didn't get the house, or we chose not to get the house and stuff. It was just really devastating. But in hindsight, again, everything came together for the good. So but that was an obstacle.
Pick 3 words to describe this past year.
I don't like that. Okay, joyous.
Yeah.
Joyous, exciting, and crazy.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's,
Crazy was mine.
Yeah.
Crazy, fun, and different. I think those are mine.
Well, what's different?
Different, just moving up here.
Yeah.
Oh, like the entire year. Me being a civilian, not really being used to that.
Yeah.
So, not different in a bad way, though. What were the best books you read this year?
You can answer.
I haven't really read that many books. I've read a couple of books for like work and school, but I haven't really read any novels this year.
So I love to read, guys, but I love to read teenage books. So like if you guys remember this, like, thumbs it up. Sweet Valley High, the Babysitter Club books, those were like, oh my god, I love those books. But I was reading, when we do our like reading 10-minute, 15-minute reading nights, I'm reading Twin Tuition. I think it's the authors are Tia and Samara Mori, so I'm reading their book.
Yeah.
Right now.
I read science fiction.
Yeah.
Who were your most valuable relationships with?
What does that mean?
Like friends, family, anybody like that who's helped us this year?
I would say my husband. Valuable relationships.
Yeah, like friends that have helped us out, anything like that.
what does valuable mean? We should determine what that means. Valuable means they're of value. I guess, I don't know. I would say I have really good friends anyway, in general. I have really good people that encourage me, support me, love me, uplift me. God has truly blessed me with just putting people in my life, at different phases in my life that I still have in my life that, you know, somebody call mom, somebody call a sister, friend, best friend, things like that. But Matt, I think, really has just been, I think it's important in any relationship to see growth, even in marriage, in any, like I said, any relationship. And, you know, it's been, what, 9 years this year, and it'll be 10 in a few months. But to see growth, especially this year when it was kind of challenging moving and things like that, and then doing this and all this stuff, and he's been like my support, and you've been of value.
Oh. Same answer.
Yeah.
My wife is the most valuable relationship I have. So, in what ways did you grow emotionally?
I am not pregnant anymore, so I don't cry that much. I was very emotional when I was pregnant, and just like, I'm not like really nice when I'm pregnant either, but emotionally, I feel like I have grown. I've just got tougher skin. I used to be very sensitive. I still am sensitive. People don't know. They see me and think that I'm just a strong person, but I'm extremely sensitive. I cry like by myself or to myself often. Well, not often, but like when things hurt my feelings and stuff like that. But this year I've just been learning to not talk the small stuff. It's not worth it. It's not important. If it doesn't affect my family or my life, let it roll off my back. And just to have tougher skin. So, what about you?
For me, I think, yeah, I don't know. Just, I feel like I've gotten emotionally stronger. You know, despite being a Marine, just dealing with the stress of having an hourly paid job, things like that. I don't know.
He's not that emotional anyway, so he's not.
In what ways did you grow spiritually?
Like, these are good questions because, like I was just saying, I feel like you should continually see yourself growing, and the fact that I do see us and our family continuing to grow is important to me. And so spiritually, finding a church home, actually like getting out of my comfort zone of saying, well, that's not my church home, so I don't have to go, you know, and actually, you know, going to a church and considering that being our church home and things like that, and talking to God more and like things like that. What about you?
Same.
You have. I feel like you have, yeah.
Yeah, talking to God more is one of the major ones for me.
In what ways did you grow physically?
Yeah.
I did not. What about you? Well, you have, because...
Yeah, my hair's grown, and then with the job...
Yeah, he's got a,
I'm a fitness trainer.
Yeah, got confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he started that this year, right?
Yeah.
So definitely
a couple months ago.
Fitness.
Yeah, so I'm
physically fit.
Stronger, in better shape. In what ways did you grow in your relationships with others? I don't know what that means. It's a weird question.
I feel like we just kind of covered that, like, grow with our relationship with others. I don't really know.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't know. I feel like my relationships are kind of good if they're not. I know how to communicate. I either know how to communicate that it's not well, or I know how to leave. I never ever stay in a situation where I'm uncomfortable. If a relationship is making me feel uncomfortable, I will run away, leave, and, you know, not allow myself to be in that relationship anymore. Does that make sense?
Yeah, kind of. And for me, I've tried to do what I can to stop pleasing everyone.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
But it's good to grow in a relationship.
What is the most enjoyable part of your work, both professionally and at home?
Mine is I get to see the kids grow and just spend time with them. And I mean, now I don't think this is work, but I love doing vlogs. I feel like I'm doing something important, even though like I'm just telling you guys about my life. I do feel like I'm doing something important and something that my kids, when they're older, or God forbid something were to happen, I want them to always have something to look forward to or to look to and see their mom doing this and to be able to still connect with me like that. So that's important to me.
Yeah, for me, it's the fitness, that job. That job isn't the one that pays the bills, but that's the one that, I really enjoy doing it. I like being active. I like the fitness part of it.
Yeah, he's a fitness kind of guy.
What's the most challenging part of your work, both professionally and at home?
Sometimes it's trying to balance out. I think as any stay-at-home mom know, it's difficult to balance out. I have 4 kids, so I have to, split time, and then I get tired sometimes too, and I have to split time between 4, and I don't have the other partner to kind of help.
Mm-hmm.
And cooking for them because my kids are very picky eaters, and sometimes they eat different things. So that's, I guess, the most challenging.
Yeah, for me, it's just the hours that I'm not here.
Yeah, that's challenging too. Matt not being here, but
Single biggest time waster in your life this past year. I'll go first. His
phone.
Yeah.
What is the biggest time waster in my life? I don't know. I mean, I could say like TV. I could say phone, but I wouldn't say phone because I use my phone a lot to do research. I do research. I look up stuff for our family. Like, I use it a lot, so I don't think it's a big time waster. The biggest time waster for me will be probably overthinking. Right? Is that a thing?
Yeah, I guess.
Overthinking, especially on negative things that I shouldn't be focusing on. I just don't need that space in my life, right? So
dwelling on something somebody said, something like that.
Yeah, and he knows that I do that sometimes. But that's a definite time waster that I do not want to take in 2017.
What was the best way you used your time this year? Spending time with my kids.
These questions are
Family.
Yeah, that's a good one. What was it again?
What was the best way?
Time. What do you think mine is? These questions are.
I don't know. I assume it's about the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, teaching Lucas how to spell, stuff like that.
That's true. Yeah, just family and teaching them and seeing them grow and doing things with them and
What was the biggest thing you learned this past year?
You take some time to think about it.
I guess. Yeah, I have no idea.
The biggest thing that I have learned is just to live your life. I think sometimes we get so caught up in what other people are doing, and I've just made a point to always do like self-checks with myself to not look so deeply into other people's lives. What you have is for you, and what we have is for us. And so, God gave us these things for us, not for anybody else. And so the biggest thing that I have learned is just to live our life and not to please anybody else or for anybody else. I'm only responsible for me and for not my family. I'm not responsible for how you perceive my family. I'm not responsible for how you think about us. I'm not responsible for any negative things you think about us or anything, or positive, whatever. I'm not responsible for how you feel or what you say or whatever. And so my biggest thing I learned is just not to care so much. And that's a big one for me because you know that I do sometimes.
Mine isn't nearly that
deep.
I feel like we're doing that husband and wife questions again. No, but mine is like...
Somebody said that. Like, they were like, you gave him all the... They called me like a narcissist or something.
Oh, really?
And then he apologized.
Oh. No, mine... And this is going to sound weird, but just being a civilian, I think, is the biggest thing that I learned.
Mm-hmm. It's difficult. You were in it for 10 years. I mean, he's still at reserve, so he's, getting to do that. But that will be difficult. 10 years and then,
Yeah, just the civilian work environment is completely different. Working an hourly job is completely different. Not being a sergeant anymore is different. So, yeah. Create a phrase or statement that describes this past year.
Last question. What? Create a phase or...
Phrase or statement. I said phase.
I said the same thing too.
So it begins.
Oh, that's so cute.
I like it.
So it begins. That's really cute. I like that one. That will be mine too. It would also be... I don't even know. I'm just gonna go with Matt's. But to sum that up, I just really... This year has just been crazy good to us. And I'm thankful that this year that we, you know, are alive to see this year. There's so many people that's just dying right now. And, you know, the fact that we experienced 2016 and it wasn't like as horrible as it could have been, as it was for other people. And we're just thankful that we're still alive and here and giving more chances to get whatever we need to get right in 2017. And that's all. Mm-hmm. The best is yet to come. So I'm excited, and
that's a good one too.
Really, you like that?
Yeah.
I get that from one of the deacons at my church. But so the best is yet to come in his, and we will see you guys. I think we're gonna come back for New Year's Eve. I was thinking about doing something live. I don't know. I've never done anything live, but I think it would be cool to come on live with you guys on New Year's Eve. We are not gonna go to church. We were planning on going to church in my hometown, but we're just gonna stay here and. The church that we go to here does not have watch night service, so we're gonna go to church on Sunday, on New Year's Day, here, and we're just gonna New Year's Eve just have a little party, a celebration. Hopefully the kids will stay up, and that's gonna be it for our New Year's Eve. But let me know what you guys are gonna do for New Year's Eve. If you have any resolutions, just leave them in the comments below. And Matt, somebody said that you need to get on and stop being creeping. In the comments. Because you definitely can say stuff. Instead of, he's always looking at you guys. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a great day and getting ready for, what is it, New Year's Day. And we will see you guys tomorrow or the next day, New Year's Eve.
Yeah, our hands went over here.
Your hand did that.
Here, watch it.
No, it's recording.